What's up, everybody? We are Pacifier, and you are watching Wheeler's Weekend Jams live and direct.
Hi, everybody. We are at the Bottom Lounge in downtown Chicago, Illinois, and I'm sitting here with the boys from Pacifier. How you guys doing? Yeah, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
No problem, man. You guys started back in 2003. You guys met in college, obviously. And how was growing up in the Georgia music scene?
Nick and I met in college in 2013, and really 2003.
Yesterday.
This year is 2013.
Just yesterday.
10 years ago, almost 11 years ago, and we did the Georgia music scene for a little bit, but we had to start traveling, elsewhere. Florida was immediately like one of our big spots we would hit because this reggae rock scene is much more popping off down there.
Mm-hmm.
But Savannah's treated us good over the years. We just had a really great show in Savannah. First time playing this one joint in Savannah in 10 years being there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool situation.
Yeah, you guys kind of consider yourself prog reggae, as I heard, in a way.
It's been thrown out there.
That's always good. Prog-a.
Or it does, depending on what your affiliation is.
Yeah, exactly. Mike, you joined the band about 2 years ago. You are from...
You want the mic?
Yeah, you're from the Chicagoland area. And how's it been since you joined the team here?
Well,
Be honest.
if I wasn't doing this, I'd be behind the desk doing the 9 to 5 thing.
Pushing paper.
Right down the street.
So, it's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah. Joining Pacifier definitely allows me to be creative with what I'm doing, with what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to do it with these guys and just build the chemistry on stage and in the studio is nothing really compares to it. So.
And in the van. Oh.
How did...
And in the hotels, we got nice and cozy with each other.
How,
As I see right now.
How did-
Creatively cozy.
how did you join the band? How did you guys meet?
I met them through the Expendables
okay.
on the Winter Blackout tour. They were, at the House of Blues. It was Iration, Poor Habit, Pacifier, and Roots Down Below as the openers. So that's when I initially met Pacifier. I think maybe like 6 months later is when they gave me the call and said, hey, we might need some keyboards.
I'll
So
take
then
it.
it all ultimately happened through Expendables, and then through that it was from YouTube because I have random stuff posted on YouTube. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's always the longest.
We were
short
able
story.
to check because Mike has videos of him and his musical production endeavors online, so we were able to just go on there and check. Yeah, he is good. Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
I
Hell
think
yeah, man.
one of the things that we noticed was that he was doing videos with making loops with bass and guitar and keys and multiple instruments, and we were like, we want to expand our repertoire of having maybe some songs where we have 2 guitarists,
Mm-hmm.
which we've done a lot of recently, and it's definitely expanded our
Sonic
range,
repertoire.
our scale, our range of things that we can do on stage.
Right on. Your prog.
It's so proggy now.
Yeah, one of my favorite songs by you guys is Fix Again. And I find my times in the shower singing it. Huh?
You think about it?
I think about you in the shower sometimes. But no, I love your guitar riff in that song, man. Very kind of reminds me of a little bit of Humphreys McGee. Has that Humphrey riff You're feeling good now. Oh my God, so good, man. Totally different.
It's being listened to at the time of that album being recorded. So.
Oh, nice.
And it was actually recorded in Lexington, Kentucky, which is not too far from South Bend, which is where they're from.
Yeah, what is your guys' opinion on the reggae scene right now? Because it seems to be really underground, but it's like it's at the same time it's so huge. I mean, I've been listening to you guys and everybody else that's been in the reggae scene. I mean, since Sublime with Rome, you got 311, you got the Expendables.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, it's almost kind of turning into its own. It's obviously not just reggae.
Yeah.
People call it. I guess reggae rock is the easiest way to classify it. But for us, it's great to see a growth in that over the last 5 years. We've definitely, I think, noticed just a more general awareness of the genre.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to not have dwindled, so that's promising.
Yeah, exactly.
I think a good example of just where the scene is now is the scene out of California Roots Fest, which has been pretty successful recently. They actually brought it all the way to Carolina.
Oh,
so
nice.
that kind of shows that there is an expansion in the scene.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great to be a part of it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, since you guys started back in 2003, from the time you started, I mean, you guys have been on like one of the 311 cruises. You guys have been on Warped Tour, and then now, did you guys ever see yourself starting out? Did you ever think you'd be at this point now with the band, as far as you guys have gone?
I don't know. We didn't really think about it in those terms when we started out, but I think like all we ever wanted to do was play shows like as much as possible. But then as we got farther on, we had certain goals and we'd love to do Warped Tour. We'd love to do shows at 311 someday, and then all that stuff kind of started happening. So yeah, I guess.
How's it feel?
That doesn't answer your question.
It feels good to answer Will's question.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows we all feel it. To get chosen to go on some of these things is a huge honor, and we know that there's other bands out there that would kill to be on these situations like the 311 Cruise and the Warped Tour, and any of the other huge tours we've been on with Revolution, Pepper, and Expendables, and just like every new thing that comes our way is another. We add it to our list of our resume, basically, things that we've done. And when you look back on it, we just celebrated 10 years this year. So you look back and in 10 years we've done a lot of shit, and we're about to put out our 5th album, which is also, just thinking about it, like 5 is a pretty substantial number. It's like you're a player in the scene when you have 5 albums.
Exactly.
To talk about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you? I mean, obviously, you guys probably have many influences and whatnot. But besides your influences and other musicians you look up to, what else inspires you in life?
Not inspired.
I hate nuts.
Art inspires me a lot. Outside of music, that would probably be the main thing for me. 'Cause that's what I do when I'm not in the band. So Franklin. Yeah, I'm a cat. I guess.
I'm a cat guy too, man. I got 2 cats.
You gotta say your wife. She's gonna watch this. She inspires you.
She won't watch this. She does inspire me.
I think we're all inspired by girls. I think a huge inspiration to us collectively is just like the things that we do outside of the band, like the things that keep us going. Nick does a lot of art. Will and I do a lot of production. Mike actually been working on a solo album. It's music, music keeps us inspired, but in other ways we go out and we play other kinds of music when we're not on the road together, and we kind of get our own creative juices flowing separate from Pacifier, so that when we come back to Pacifier, we actually have ideas and
Yeah, exactly.
the juices are still flowing. There's no blockage.
There's no-
One block.
I'll add one thing
Keep it
that
loose.
inspires me is being home.
Yeah.
Being home in Chicago definitely inspires me.
Rock on.
It allows me to
You're just-
kind
you're just
of
saying
not
that.
think of the road or not
Mhm.
think of and kind of live that balance. Both kind of just realizing, oh, I do have family and friends at home.
Exactly. Well, since it's the Halloween season, I have to ask, what is the story behind your song Ghost Man? Because I love that song and I love paranormal stuff, and I would love to hear what.
It's a relatively long story without going too far into detail.
Mhm.
I was in France. I was at a hostel. I saw what I thought was, well, it wasn't what you would think is a ghost. It was a dude standing there, just like you're standing there in front of me.
Mhm.
But he very mysteriously disappeared automatically. Like I turned my back and then turned around, he's gone. I explained the guy that I saw to the hostel owner the next day, and her face turned white, and she was like, that same man that you're describing shot himself in the head 5 years ago upstairs, and he used to always tell my hostel guests to shut up at night because we were all young drunk teenagers going around backpacking and stuff. And this guy his spirit, I guess, was pissed off that I was drunk coming home late and dropping stuff and making noise in the hallway, and told me to shut up. And then I see him there 1 second, and the next second he's just completely gone, and that really freaked me out.
Wow.
Pretty literal.
Full-blown apparition.
Yeah, if you listen to the words of the song,
Yeah.
it's it's the story in a nutshell.
Minus how he got drunk before.
Minus the part about going and getting table kegs at a little bar in East France.
That's crazy shit, though, right?
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's nuts.
I've never seen a ghost.
We live in
I mean,
Savannah, and you would think, Savannah's one of the most haunted cities supposedly in
Mhm.
the world, and people have said they've seen a lot of ghosts in Savannah, but none of us have ever really seen anything.
I'm not opposed to it. I'd like to.
I was kind of happy I saw it at the same time.
More like that. Like it's just you see a person that it's not in a white sheet.
Right. I'd say it was very different from what on TV on the Learning Channel. They have this glowing orb, and it's like the
Yeah.
guy was see-through and stuff. And what I saw at first, I didn't think it was a ghost at all.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fat old man yelling at me, and then it just I got the feeling, the feeling.
Yeah,
The hair
goosebumps,
stands
man.
up, and all of a sudden you're just like, this is not right,
Mhm.
and it just overwhelmed me. And I went and told my friends about it. Our old keyboard player Adam was backpacking with me, and I went in the room, and him and our friend Jay are sitting there drinking a bottle of wine, just having a good time. I was like, guys, I'm freaked out right now. They were like, whatever you saw, you're just drunk, whatever. And then
Yeah.
I explained it to the hostel owner the next day, and she was like, there's a possibility you saw the ghost of the guy that shot himself upstairs. So,
Wow.
That's the story.
That's awesome, man. Awesome. Well, congratulations, guys. You guys just dropped your new album, Vines. Now, what is the story behind the title, and how was the recording process during this album for you guys?
The title, our last 3 albums, actually comes after we're done with everything.
Mhm.
We've kind of combed through the lyrics for inspiration, and this time we also didn't have a concept going into writing the songs. We kind of step back after they're finished and look at them. But we just noticed that Ted had been written several times about vines and different songs on the album.
Different content.
And it
Yeah.
has 5 letters in it, and it starts with the Roman numeral 5.
Whoa!
Whoa!
What?
You never even shared this with
Okay,
us before.
Nick just said Vine starts with a V. It was our 5th album.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's 5 letters.
That's why it's called.
Mhm.
No, I just made that up.
Good
That's
one,
pretty cool.
though.
That is cool, though. I'm gonna look at it that way. I like it that way.
We should put that out there.
Yeah, we should throw that out. So yeah, there was just a common thread, a lyrical thread.
Mhm.
Ted wrote all the songs except lyrics for 2, except 2.
We'll sing 2 songs on this album.
Oh, nice.
I wrote lyrics.
So yeah, it just seemed to make sense, and there's also like a deadline, like guys, pick an album.
Yeah.
There's a practical side to it too. So that just seemed to work. I like it. It's growing on me.
A lot of slap at the bass. A lot of slap at the bass.
It's throwing on you and around you like a vine.
Growing. I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah, you did.
I was, Will and I were discussing with Lem. We signed to Easy Star Records, by the way. This record is coming out on Easy Star Records, which is huge for us. We've listened to their entire roster of bands for the last 10 years, and it's a huge honor to be a part of that. And they've been such a supportive label. And Lem kind of got in touch with Will and I just to ask us a few questions one day. Actually, he got in touch with all of us, but our conversation was three of us just shooting around ideas about the album name and where it comes from. And one thing that kind of hit me was that we're growing up. Nick and I have known each other since we were 19 years old, and you know, they've known each other forever. And I've known Will since he was 14. We've known Mike now for 3 years, and we're literally growing up together. And actually more so than other people, because we're in the van together, we're in the hotel rooms together, we're in the stage together, we're backstage doing interviews, doing everything together. And so everything we do influences each other. And you know, it can be compared to, you look at vines growing in the woods naturally.
Yeah.
We're all doing this just so by the seat of our pants, so naturally that it just, whatever the music is, it just comes naturally.
Yeah.
And it comes out of what we're influenced by. And so we're influencing each other, growing up around each other like vines. And so it's kind of like an afterthought to the meaning of the album. But the music that you hear on this album is like the vines growing tighter together.
Yeah.
And we're growing tighter as a band, as a collective of musicians. So
Nice.
I think it's just the next step. We're really excited to put it out there because people have been asking us, what's up with the new stuff? What's up with the new stuff? And you know, we've been consistently every 2 years releasing new music. So we're staying on it, and it's about to come out.
And you guys have beautiful melodies. Seriously. Obviously, you guys are playing with Ballyhoo and Tribal Seeds tonight. Is there any bands in the near future you guys would love to tour with as well?
Core.
Yeah.
We would love to tour with Slightly Stupid,
Nice.
which might happen this spring. Fingers crossed.
Sweet.
Love to tour with Humphreys.
We'd love to tour with 311.
Love to tour with 311. Love to tour with like Clutch.
Yeah, they're coming here in November.
Like kind of like to have the opportunity to tour with bands outside of the scene.
Outside of the spectrum, yeah.
We feel like people who dig the jam scene would like what we do. We've always talked about that.
Yeah. Awesome.
There are some bands that we met on the cruise and on Warped Tour and in these other situations. Bad Rabbits comes to mind. Jim Cotta. These are bands that are, you know, well, Bad Rabbits is blowing up. They just played Arsenio Hall and Jimmy Kimmel or something. They're doing really well. I'm really happy for them. But they're a really great band. They're nothing like us as far as music goes, but they're just a really fun band to watch and see, and we're big fans. We'd love to tour with them, and love to tour with Jim Cotta again. It's a band from Ithaca, New York. We've become really good friends.
Oh, nice.
And so they're, like Nick said, outside of the genre,
Yeah.
going out with bands that are equally, you know, hitting it hard in their genre, but we can combine the genres because people like both, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of our fans like other kinds of music, hip hop, jam, funk, everything, because this music embodies a lot of that.
Yeah.
So we'd like to do that.
Nice, nice. Well, I ask every band this question, but I have to ask you, if you guys had to compare your music with a movie, what movie would it be and why?
Man.
Never thought of that. It'd be like, it's like Little Mermaid 2 straight to DVD.
It'd be like the harder
Nobody
they come.
understood it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good one.
I think the harder they come, because it's a movie, it's like a movie with a lot of reggae influence and stuff, but the concept of the movie is not, you know, straight up Rasta, peace and love. It's like this guy that's like a robber, and he's on the run, and he's hard, like he's like a criminal.
Yeah.
not saying we're criminals, but we got the reggae side and then we got the hard rock side, and everything in between. That movie kind of represents both.
Nice.
I guess. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Awesome.
I was gonna say Bloodsport.
I was thinking
Cool take.
Bloodsport or Rocky 4. That's my default.
Either one of those.
They're interchangeable just because they're badass movies. And I think that maybe we're kind of badass.
Wait, who's the musician?
We're badass and
Robert,
motivators.
yeah,
Bloodsport.
Who's our biggest influence, by the way?
Robert Tepper, who
That's right.
he composed the song on Rocky 4 on the montage when he's driving in the Lamborghini.
Montage.
Thinking like his whole life flashes before.
Team America.
He's driving the Lambo and it's just like Robert Tepper. He retweeted us or something.
Oh,
We're
nice.
basically best friends.
Nice.
Yeah, let's go with Rocky 4.
Rocky 4?
Alright, cool.
All right, cool. Well, guys, I really want to thank you for coming on here and everything, and seriously, it means a lot. Pacifier here, playing tonight at the Bottom Lounge in Chicago, Illinois. Check them out. They're friggin' awesome. Thanks, guys, again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to Wheelers Weekend Jams. You please rate, like, and you can subscribe to my channel by clicking the link down there, over there. It's probably still down there or something.